We messed up one, but that's okay. We're getting back into it. We just got back and we're gonna, from the clay store, and we got some clay, so we're gonna throw some stuff. I cut this into 4 sections, and I usually like to, I don't really measure out my, like what I'm making, but I will like eyeball it, right? So like, if like I need to make like, what can I do with 25 pounds of clay? Okay, I can make 20 cups from these 4 sections that I cut, you know? I'll make 5 balls of clay out of it, right? But for 4 sections, I can get like a vase for each section or something, right? And then split it in half, I can do 2 of those larger ones that I've been doing. But it's kind of just like, you get a feel for it, and then you almost get like a feel for the space that you're going to fill in the kiln too, right? But, okay. That's only because like you just start to realize how much of your stuff takes up like a whole kiln worth, and how much stuff do you need to make, right? Like, for example, this gas kiln that I would use in at my grad school that I went to, it takes 180 pots, like those like cups and mugs, to like fill to where I get the proper amount of density in the kiln for me to get like a really nice reduction. But here we go. It's all just stuff that you kind of learn as you go along. And I always say, like, the more and more you do it, not the better you get, but the more times you fail. I feel like you want to set yourself up to fail as much as possible in ceramics. Like, the more you fail, the more like you desire to win, and the more satisfying every process becomes, right? Like, if you just fail nonstop, then all of a sudden one thing you do like works out really well. Oh my gosh, you're gonna feel amazing. But I just think that's all part of the process of ceramics, you know. But we're just gonna be centering here. I've realized that sometimes I think I'm pushing a little bit too. Sometimes it gets like an oval almost, and I realize maybe I'm putting too much pressure on for how fast I'm going. But I think we're doing pretty good. And I'm always keeping those 2 points of contact perpendicular to each other. It's really important. You can see how easy it is to move some of this clay up if you just keep those 2 points of contact. There we go. Center. Make our hole. We got a new sponge. This is like one of the natural sponges. I really don't know if they're natural or if they just look natural, but I'm telling you, they grip the clay and your hands just way better than any of the synthetic ones, in my opinion. This will hold a lot more water. They just feel right. Like, I feel like there's no tools that you should use, like that I'm going to tell you to go use, but I will say that you'll know when it's the right tool. And I don't think you need a lot of them. I think people who have a lot of tools are more into the hobby of collecting than making pots, you know? And I'm not trying to throw any shade, but if you have a lot of tools, but just like, you know, it's like if you could have a heat signature over the course of a month on the tools that you bought, you know, how many of them would be like cold? I think that's something to keep in mind. It just means that perhaps you're not spending as much time with just the actual material. And so I think that's why I always really don't have that many tools. I mean, I had a sponge, rib, and a little like thing to cut clay, you know, and that's what most people even just learn on, and I think that's just totally fine. When you're starting to spend like $60 for some of these like ceramic tools, I'm just like, bro, you could just cut a piece of wood and it'd be fine. We just did our first pull. It's all good. And the reason I say heat signatures is I watched this, I don't know, I saw it somewhere, but it was like people tracked where for like your heat movement through like a whole month around your house, and they say like you don't use like 80% of your whole entire house. That's just crazy. And so I think right now I'm just trying to make use of the things that I use and just use them a lot rather than having a bunch of things that I don't use. Clay's moving good. That first pull, I can feel it rocking a little bit. I don't know if you can hear that too. It goes ding, 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 ding. And so we just want to make sure we address that for these next couple pulls. Make sure we keep enough clay on the top there. And then we're going back in under here. Maybe call this in just a little bit more. There we go. I gotta make sure I'm doing good with my camera here. Again, underneath. Get right underneath here. And the clay right now is moving like butter, like butter. Look at that cylinder, guys. Oh my God. Yeah, like there's moments when you really feel the clay moving with you. And like right now, like that pole right there, the clay felt like it was just gliding, you know? It's probably because the clay's a little bit soft, but maybe I'm just having a good throwing day. Even though I say that when there's just like a chunk of clay that I just screwed up on last time. I think last time I was a little bit too confident. I was like, oh, I felt that perfect like throwing moment. All right, also we're gonna color this in just a little bit more. And you know, for these pots, we're just gonna try to get height and then keep as much clay on this top as we can, and we'll throw that outwards. And maybe we'll get a cool collapse here. Okay, again, going up underneath here. I feel that clay. Oh. You just really feel that clay. I love when it just glides like that. Oh, here, we got something, like a chunk. Oh, Alright. Make sure we'll color this in from the bottom actually. Make sure this is wet. And we just want to get this in nicely. Alright, there we go. We're at a good spot right now. We're going to take our rib and we're just going to smooth this bottom section out. We got a good sized pot right here. The thickness is great too. Felt great, guys. That felt great. Okay. On the bottom, we're just going to get some of this water out of here. It's not perfect, the cylinder, but I think we're kind of okay to start start working on this top section here. Just make sure we have enough water. Get that down a little bit. Great. Okay. So when you're adjusting this top, just go super slow. You really want to equalize all that clay, or else it's going to get a little bit funky on you. Just pull it up. I feel that clay a little bit thicker on that top. It's perfect. Oh, great. And you'll see it. You'll see it. It just, maybe you won't see it like I see it, right? But you'll feel it. Like, it's really sad that shut off. Dang. That's okay. We'll be doing the rest of the video with just my chest cam. Once it come out a little bit on the top. It's okay. Okay. Here we go. And we're feeling it there. Let that come out just like that. So it really wants to collapse here. Alright. So we are looking at that, it's really wanting to collapse. Okay, that's fine. And then you just come down at the bottom here. Just nice and slow. There you go. I don't know if you can see all that, but we're at a good spot here. And then all we're going to do on this bottom is just lift that up. Oh, there we go. Clean up that edge. And there we go. Now I'm out of power on both. Now it's just audio. That's so unfortunate. Alrighty. Hello y'all. I just got a bunch of clay. So we got just two different kinds of stoneware. We got a red stoneware, which is not really red, it's just dark brown. And we got just a normal stoneware. So we're gonna throw with this red stoneware. I love the smell of right out of the bag clay. This bag, I get 4 vases from this bag, and so that's my thinking process on the making, right? It's like, okay, well, I got this. How many pots can I get out of a single block in different amounts? And so we're gonna just get right into it. Okay. Oh yeah, this stuff moves like butter. You can center it so easy. Look at that. Man, we're just gonna get right into this thing. This is gonna be quick, I think. And really what we're trying to do is we're just making that look a little bit fancy on the interior there. Here we go. Oh yeah, get rid of these sponges. Guess what? I literally got a new sponge. These sponges are better than any other sponge I've ever used. Like, it's like these freaking sponges that look like they're from the ocean. And this, oh my gosh, this is like the money, yo, telling you. Get right up underneath there. Get that first thing ready. It's a little bit off center, but we can fix that pretty easily. Look at that fucking pole, dude. And that's when it happens when you have, oh my god, look at that. When you have nice clay. Oh, losing a little bit at the top. Gotta chill out. Just look at that, man. Oh, it's really thin. Oh no. We went too thin. It's a little bit thin, so I think we can't do another full pull. So what we'll do is we'll do a compression pull, and then we'll address the top as necessary, and then we'll see where we're at. Still feel that top ready to slide. Where's that? It's up here. I'm gonna do something on this rim. So since we feel it starting to cave. Okay. Most people, this is done, right? No. This is perfect. So this rim, splitting it. Come on. Come on. Okay. Some weird throwing lines here. Get rid of some of those. Would have been a cool pot, but that's okay. We ain't vibing with it. Alright guys, I just wanted to come to you at the end of the video and thank you so much for watching. All the best and strong mentality. Sorry that my camera cut out at the middle there. I was kind of bummed out, but I wanted to just do like another little clip of that failure that happened earlier, and so I just wanted to put that at the end. But yeah, anyway. Bro, I like I want to keep the audio just so you guys can hear what I'm hearing. But yeah, thanks again. See you guys in the next one. I'll leave you guys with this. Well,